Well, after that mess of a first game, you ready to start the second one?
Yep. Yeah, I've been looking. We were on that screen for a while, the lineup screen, and I gotta be real. How is this team here in the finals in the first place?
Which one?
Two good. You have Bowser and you have Peter. Everybody else is. I know. I guess
B's not been that great this season, if I'm being completely honest.
this is one of the most insane carry jobs I think I've seen in my life, and it's honestly a terrible idea in my opinion. As I talk about it further and realize to have Paragoomba, Paratroopa, Fawful, and a Magic Koopa be the table setters for Bowser. Because that's like... there's just never going to be anybody on base for him. Really quick.
And I mean, like that, the offense can score runs, but it's only going to be because they have like 8-9 solo shots.
Yeah. Or
like if Fawful can get a random double in every once in a while. Followed by his 8 strikeouts.
Fawful, horrible throwing in the first game. Not only did he not record a hit, I believe.
No, he did nothing with the bat.
Yeah, okay, I was trying to remember who compared bloopers.
He had a box score of 10 because he had items.
And he had an item. That was all he was good for.
And I like how in the box score, him and Blooper were on about the same rate, or were about the same value according to the box score.
Yeah.
But I would have put Blooper significantly higher just because of the fact that, he wasn't Fawful.
Blooper didn't give up 8 runs and like 1 in the third.
He played like league average first base. Instead of being 2023 Adam Wainwright.
Wario can make this game into more of the same. Okay, does the CPU know how to deal with it?
I don't think they do.
They don't.
But I do like how they're smart enough to at least like stand back a little bit. Because I thought the CPU was going to be dumb enough to the point where they're trying to catch the ball normally, and then they have to deal with trying to run after the ball after it passes them. But if they're going to let the ball drop, I think that's probably the smartest way to do it.
Go gadget, Gamer Bro, 3-run home run. Train's gonna be on.
May not be a home run, but it's at least gonna score funky.
Train. Okay. So that's back-to-back games now. Fawful has given up 3 in the first game. I don't know why. This is why he's out there and now in right field. Who am I to judge? My team is not in this situation in the first place. B not trying yet again. They might get Wario second match. He doesn't have the power. Yeah. I like that little strut that Boomerang Bro did there. Real Conor McGregor like.
Watching that hit from Hammer Bro again, it kind of brought a funny thought into my mind. How skilled do you think the team trainers would have to be at this park because of that train constantly going? Like, how overqualified do they have to be to work this job?
Dr. Mario. 1 word. That was 2 words, I lied, I'm sorry.
I'll let it slide. There's probably some sicko who writes it with a hyphen.
Yeah. I don't know why that would be.
It's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the person writing it like that.
One of his parents had the last name Dr. Dr. And then the other parent, their last name was Mark. So you have to hyphenate the 2 names. So he's actually...
Dr. Mario?
Yeah, Dr. Mario. Dr. Puerto Rico. It's interesting that the default color for Paratroopa is red, and the default color for Koopa is green. I don't play enough 2D Marios to know if that is the case, and like that's just how it's always been, or if they want to switch it up. Do you happen to know?
To be honest, for the Koopa, the green being the default, that makes sense in my mind. Like, that makes a lot of sense. But the Paratroopa... Oh, excuse me. The default being red Paratroopa, that's not something that I've really known too much, like, about why they did it, to be honest.
Yeah. When I think of a default Paratroopa, I think of blue. Just
You're thinking of the one from Mario World.
Yeah. Fawful, 2 runners on, 2 outs. What do you know? He can't do anything.
Would you look at that? He got an out before a hit.
Let's go.
Already starting to see a bit of improvement in his game.
Look at that little guy.
Fingers crossed he might get a 1-2-3 inning here.
Train's gonna be around like left center field and left. Oh wow!
Nice play.
More activity. Well, I'm gonna say it. Magic Koopa saved that inning from being another Fawful blow up.
Yeah.
The magic catch, jumping.
That had nothing to do with the pitching.
PD would never have done that.
To be fair, there's also a chance PD catches that just because of his hitbox.
Yeah, he is a tall boy. Bowser can make
Well,
it.
here's the entire offense at bat.
It's gonna go all the way to the wall. There might be a no. They didn't use the plow.
Probably could have got red to score from there if they actually used it, but...
Hey, you know what? Don't trust. I talked about it a little bit on the award show. Do not trust the speed with items. There's no point. They get a run on the double play. Now they're only 2 down.
It's already being a lot closer than the first one.
Yeah. What stadium has your favorite soundtrack?
Favorite soundtrack?
Yeah, I was gonna say soundtrack. Like, there's multiple tracks that play. I guess, yeah. What?
I'd almost...
I like DK Jungle. That was.
I was about to say that. I like that.
Wait.
PD just tied the game up.
Okay, I don't
while
know
we
why I
were
thought.
just completely unfocused.
Yeah. Let's see. What's a player that didn't try it? Hanley Ramirez. PD is Hanley Ramirez. Was that the guy that didn't try that one time? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so, but I can't think of anyone else who it would be, so I'm just going to stick with it.
There was this one's gonna. Yeah. Okay. There was a play. I know for a fact it was. Was it Florida? It might not have even been Florida. There was some Florida Marlins play where they were ragging on this one fielder because he wasn't making an effort on a certain play. And I want to say it was a Hanley Ramirez thing, but I thought it was in the outfield, and Hanley was a shortstop. So I don't know. I'm
like I said, I can't think of any players that I can correct you. I'm like, no, I think it might be this person. So like, even though I think that's probably wrong, I don't have any other good guesses, so I'm just going to agree with you on that one.
For your next challenge, you shall name somebody on the 2009 Florida Marlins. So what? Look at that. Fawful heard me talking smack. Back-to-back shutout innings.
You know, not that bad of a performance coming on.
Yeah, they should take him out before he gets bad, you know? They should put in
Just-
Bowser for me.
Just don't try and push their luck. I think this is probably about exactly what you could have hoped for by putting him in.
Yeah. This was probably the intended route. And not giving up 20 runs and 19 runs in the game.
Yeah.
And hey, look at that. We might, unless, Fawful grounds into a double play, we might have somebody on base for Bowser. That would be cool. Hey, is that a
Two
hit?
people on base for Bowser.
Well, I mean, there's still a chance for a double play. There's one more batter. I don't know. Not a very good trajectory hitter. Okay. This is a little
Not bad.
interesting. This might even be a Bowser Grand Slam situation.
If not, I'd even be fine with a sac fly here. I think you just have to put the ball in play.
Put it in play. That's center field. Oh my god, there's the trade. It's too high.
There's the grand salami. Fawful has their, I believe is this their first lead of the series? Or, no, they were up 3-0 the first inning.
Funky and tight. Not on screen. We'll say that much. Oh,
This is going to be it for Wiggler's Day. And they're not going to go to DK. They're going back to Wario.
I feel like I'm at an abandoned senior home because I'm asking, where's the help? My goodness.
I think by the time this series is done, both of us are going to just be searching online for the nearest psychiatric clinics. Because this is...
Yeah. Man. Talk about a momentum shift. Really manifested that one. Okay, Oreo.
They're gonna keep him in, so do you think he can keep up the momentum he's had, or do you think it's bound to crumble at this point?
He is a bend but don't break pitcher. And I think, wow, okay. So, Jose Bautista right there. I don't have faith, but I can, very easily be proven otherwise. It's just the fact that we all saw what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just the main worry on our mind. As he throws another shutout inning.
This is unbelievable. I simply refuse to believe what's going on.
The offense better keep it up though, because there's some part of my mind that's still just completely terrified that something's gonna go wrong because of what we saw yesterday.
Listen, you're playing the Kalamari Krunch. 7 runs is not even close to enough. While the game goes on, if you could do me a huge favor and look at what the Crunch's lowest run total in a single game was.
Yeah, I can do that. I know.
Yeah. Be on
The lowest that I can think off the top of my head, I remember first half of the season, my team lost to them 3-0.
3-0. Okay.
I'm going to double check to see if there were any that were lower than that.
That is your team. I don't think that counts. I think that was a fluke because your team hates runs. Oh, over down the field. Okay, that could have been a double play, but that power ended up coming in a clutch. And depending on what happens, Bowser could be up with the base of juice again.
Do we also exclude my second game against them, where they lost 2-3?
You know what?
Because if you exclude my team, the lowest they've ever scored in a game is 6.
Okay. So 7 might be enough. I'll tell you what. After this game,
The average... I was looking at that, though. I believe the average is like 11. Which...
if
At least the first half, the average was like... That barely creeps to the right of that foul line. But it's going to stay fair. And that thing... almost as perfectly down the line as you can get it there. And
putting it with...
they're gonna keep Fawful in for a reason.
As Fawful's #1 hater, this is a great idea.
Let him cook.
Let him cook, I say. You all remember what happened in 2003 with Pedro Martinez?
Here's the blow up we were expecting.
Oh, Donkey Kong. I have no bias. I am a neutral commentator. Okay, you know what? Looking back on that discussion we had about what would be the hardest bat to use, it's either Donkey Kong or Toadsworth.
Because I think the thing I like about Funkies, obviously there's not going to be any power with that thing. I think I just like the surface area of it.
Yeah. Because the issue with Pete, right? Let's say you're a human and you have to use your arm like what he's doing with his leaf. You're using your front arm. So you have to use like the back of your arm to hit the ball, as opposed to like using your left hand and kind of going more of a natural punching motion like what DK does.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think makes it exponentially worse. However, you can't convince me that you will ever be able to make contact with a ball if you use Toadsworth that.
But would you rather break your hand, or would you rather just strike out every time?
I am weighing my options.
Because I mean, like, preferably you don't want to let your team down and just strike out again. That ball is crushed.
Oh my goodness. Oh my good golly gosh. He's done it.
Bowser's making up for that mini blow up by Fawful.
That Wario is pitching. We just completely ignored that. Unless you didn't. I don't know, I ignored it. I didn't even realize until I saw the replay.
I honestly didn't even notice, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sandman's had a pretty decent hitting streak here at this park. I don't know if you remember the second time that Fawful and Krunch played each other here, but I believe either Red Magic Koopa hit 1 and Sandman hit 2 home runs, or it was the other way around where he hit 1 and Red hit 2 bombs. But overall, at Yoshi Park, they've not had a bad time hitting here.
I'm gonna be completely candid. You could write a book about the things about this game that I don't remember. He hit a home run. It's 10-4. Affirmative big one. That's a reference.
Do you remember Do you remember what the game was? Do you remember who the two playing were?
Yeah. That was Fawful and you. That is all I remember.
Wait,
because...
oh yeah, that was week 1. I remember that now.
Because the thumbnail was Fawful sliding into home on Cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Which, considering they didn't play a Cruiser, kind of only leaves one option.
Well, I mean, 2 innings left. I've seen... Krunch could easily come back from this. This is the thing with this team. Do I think...
may not.
Is it likely that it's going to happen? No, I don't think we're going to see a comeback. But you can never discount it with this team.
They are sticking with Fawful.
I'm baffled by this choice.
He has showed the tired animation twice. And
Bowser's coming in.
There it is.
That's going to be it for Fawful's day. We don't even have to wait. We already know he's being taken out right now.
Yeah. There it is. Come on, Bowser, people plug. Get in here and give up the lead.
I think the better question is, who do you think's going to tie it up by Crunch?
It's gonna be... I think it's gonna loop back around to Blooper, and I think he's gonna get a single. Again,
just amazing effort by both the middle infielders there.
Okay, that one I understand why Boomerang Bro didn't want to go for it. First of all, it's on Petey's side. If you throw your Boomerang and you hit Petey in the head, he's not coming back from that. That's a career end.
And second, Petey's the shortstop. You're supposed to be calling the balls there. That's your entire job. You're supposed to be calling the infield.
That was some good fielding by the pitcher there. You don't often see a pitcher fielding a position. Even less so often do you see it actually come in a pivotal situation like that, with multiple runners on, and resulting in a double play. I think Bowser just showed everybody how to be a pitcher. Came in,
and I think that's really something to just look up to, just aspire to be. Just
I can't see where the ball. Oh, look at that! Wario could never.
Question now is he smart enough to give it to DK? Well, I don't think he really has a choice. Is that our second Fawful home run in the postseason?
No.
I'm having to stop myself from cussing here.
No. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Is that like a... Can you do that? Is that allowed?
I don't know.
Wait.
This has been the dumbest series I've ever seen.
Wait. Can you do that?
No, I don't think you can.
Okay. Hey, look at that. Top of the 7th, game 2. We're gonna look back on this inning for a while. Man. Because I saw the fireball on deck, and I was gonna be like, oh, he's gonna hit it back to DK, and they're gonna throw the fireball through his body, and he's gonna be perfectly fine. And then it just went to the shortstop on a line drive. It wasn't a star hit.
It was a normal... I think... Does it only apply to slap hits?
There's no way, right?
I think it might only apply to slap hits.
Surely people have done a charge hit so far in this league against the DK star.
And I'm pretty sure they have gotten, or some of them have at least gotten decent contact. They've just never had good results.
Have we only just noticed this now? I don't know, man.
Dude, it's like, what, 11 o'clock for you?
Yeah, that's the game. It's 1-1. We're going back to We're not even going back to Wario City. We're just going to Wario City in the first place. I don't know.
There is no going back.
There's no going back. We're never coming back to Yoshi's Park. This is the last game that will ever be played here until the next season. Because Game 5, if it happens, is at the castle.
Who could have really guessed, though, Bowser carrying this offense? Because, I mean... What else have you expected from this team? That's been basically their mantra for this entire second half.
It's Bowser and, I guess, also Fawful. I mean...
Surprisingly poor performance from DK this game.
Kinda through. I won't lie. We might have to start having real discussions about his legacy. He won the Cy Young, he won the Hank Aaron, he won the MVP, but he can't put up 30 points in a game 2 at home against Fawful.
I think there might be some playoff questions with him that we might have to look into further after the next couple games.
Well, hey, you know what? That's what Game's 3 for. Good night.